Yo. What's going on, people? We back again, back at it again for another WNBA watch along. Salute. It's your boy Jay Jordan. And we have another WNBA matchup, this time between the 2-6 Connecticut Sun and the 3-6 Washington Mystics. This is a Commissioner's Cup matchup, but overall, this is their second matchup of the season. In game one, that was back on May 18th. The Mystics beat the Sun 90-85. So this is their second overall matchup of the season, first in the Commissioner's Cup. Game starts in about 2 minutes or so. A game will be on League Pass. This is the first of two games today. This game starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, and the next game, Minnesota Lynx versus the Dallas Wings, they start at 4 p.m. Eastern. All right, so let's quickly get into the starting lineups for both teams. They just came out not too long ago. So for the Sun, they have Bria Hartley, Marina Mabrey, Sanaya Rivers, Haley Peters gets to start in place of Olivia Nelson-Ododa, who's out hurt, and the legend Tina Charles. Their bench, Anissa Morrow, Carriota Diaby, Jaylen Brown, and J.C. Sheldon. Let me fix Jaylen Brown's last name. Always got to capitalize. Boom. For the Mystics, their starters, Shug Sutton, Brittany Sykes, Sonia Citron, Kiki Iriafen, and Steph Dolson. Let me make sure. Yep. Sutton, Sykes, Citron, Iriafen, and Dolson. Their subs, Jade Melbourne, Shakira Austin, Aaliyah Edwards, Emily Enksler, Sika Kone, and Lucy Olsen. For the injury reports for both teams, the Sun have a ton of players out. They have Olivia Nelson-Ododa, who's out with a quad injury, Lindsay Allen out with the Achilles, Rhea Marshall, the rookie out of USC, is out with an ankle, and Layla Lacan. I don't think she's still reported. I think she's overseas, going to stay with play Eurobasket with Team France and then come over. And then, of course, for the Mystics, you have Georgia Amore, who tore her ACL in training camp. She's out for the season. All right, so looking at the last five for both of these teams, for the Connecticut Sun, they've lost 3 of their last 5 games. Their last win was a big one against the Atlanta Dream on about 2 days ago. For the Mystics, they've lost 4 of their last 5 games. Their last win was against Indiana on May 28th. So both teams looking to improve their record here. 2-6 for the Sun, 3-6 for the Mystics. Alrighty, let me start this poll really quickly before we start. Who will win this game? Salute to everybody who's here. Fill out this poll on the YouTube. Who do you think will pull off the W in this game? Let me know. I'm looking forward to Kiki Iriafen versus Tina Charles again. In that first game, she held her own. I'm going to take a quick look at the box score for that game. Tina Charles and Kiki Iriafen. Kiki finished with 17 points and 14 rebounds in that game. That was their first game of the season. Their second game of the season. And Tina Charles finished with 23 and 10. So it should be a good matchup between those two players in this one. The rookies for the Washington Mystics playing really good basketball. Really good basketball. You got Sonia Citron and Kiki Iriafen for the Mystics, Sanaya Rivers, and Anissa Morrow for the Connecticut Sun. It will be taking place at the Care First Arena. Remember, the Capital One Arena is under renovation, so that's where the Mystics and usually that's where the Wizards usually play, and the Mystics would move their bigger games there, but they're moved to a secondary arena to accommodate all that. Arena is under renovations, so that's why they've been playing in Baltimore. I think they're gonna have a game in Virginia. They've been going around the DMV area to accommodate bigger crowds. All right, make sure you fill out that poll. Game's about to start. Looking at the spread and if you're into the betting world, this game is currently 7.5 The Mystics are 7.5 point favorites. The over under is 156.5. It opened at 164 and it's been dropping ever since. So we'll see what the verdict is there. Hey, cuz, what's going on? Salute, salute. Hope you and the girls are doing well. Hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. It's a beautiful Sunday here in New York. So hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. As usual at halftime, we'll go over the box score and the team stats. And we'll take a look at that game from last night, the Seattle and Mercury game, and some of the comments that Satu Sabali had. Hey Liz, what's going on? Hope you enjoyed your Saturday evening. I know you said you went out. Hope everything went well. All right, so we're about to tip off here. It's going to be Tina Charles versus Kiki Iriafen, the rookie versus the vet. And we're off. Tina Charles wins the tip, gets it to Mabrey. Marina Mabrey had 34 points, a season high against the Atlanta Dream in that win on Friday. Looking to continue that. Sanaya Rivers goes cross court to Bria Hartley. Bria Hartley step back for three, and she's off right. Rebound to Steph Dolson. Oh, they leave Sonia Citron, and Citron gets the first basket of the game for the home team. Sonia Citron, wide open lane, gets to the basket. Easy money. That's 2-0 Mystics. Jeez, they need to fix this camera. This camera is dark. They get it over to Tina Charles. Tina Charles, pound dribble, pull up, bounces around and rattles in, and Tina Charles, the vet, gets the Sun on the board. Brittany Sykes with the ball. She leads the league in free throws attempted this season. Sonia Citron with the ball, gets trapped, gets it out to Shug Sutton. Sutton down to Kiki Iriafen. Money in the bank. That's easy work for Kiki, and she's on the board as well. So it's 4-2 Washington. I'm going to end this poll. 4-2 Washington right now. Mabrey comes off the screen, in and out dribble at the elbows, gets cut off by Iriafen over to Peters. Peters over to Bria Hartley. Hartley gets downhill into the paint, throws up the floater short. And Sykes with the rebound. Sykes outlet pass over to Citron. Citron touch pass to Kiki. Kiki stops, hands it off to Dolson, but it's a turnover. Sanaya Rivers with the steal. Sanaya Rivers hand off to Mabrey. Oh, they get it down to Tina Charles. Steph Dolson had fallen down. Tina Charles wide open, and she scores. Tie game at 4. Washington with the ball. Up and down pace so far. Both of these teams want to push the pace. Sutton gets fouled there by Bria Hartley at half court. First foul of the game, 4-4. So it's going to be Washington ball here. Ball in play. It goes out of bounds. It remains with the Mystics. So it looks like Mabrey is matching up with Sonia Citron. And Sanaya is matching up with Brittany Sykes. Kiki with the turnaround over Tina Charles goes over the right shoulder and scores. That was dirty. Kiki already up to 4 points. She is not afraid of anybody. She played a lot of the game's greats in her first couple games so far. Oh, bad pass by Tina. Wide open Bria Hartley. It goes out of bounds. That should have been an easy layup. But Kiki backs down, turns over that right shoulder. One leg fall away from the baseline. All net. So the Mystics up 6-4. Sutton with the ball. Gets it to Sykes. Sykes with the ball. Gets downhill. Throws it up and draws the foul on Rivers. So Sykes, as I just mentioned, she leads the league in free throws attempts. She gets back to the line. This is her first attempts of the night. And Sykes knocks down the first. And second free throw is up, and Sykes knocks down both. Washington with a 4-point lead here, 8-4. Mabrey with the ball. She'll cross half court. Here, guarded by Sykes, full court. It's it over to Sanaya Rivers, guarded by Sonia Citron. So rookie on rookie right now. Over to Tina. Tina gets it over to Bria Hartley with 10 on the shot clock. To Mabrey. Mabrey pops free for 3. Front rim, bounce, fight for the rebound. Kiki secures it. Over to Shook Sutton. Shook Sutton throws it high for Sonia Citron. Gee, she led her way out of bounds. It's a turnover. You have a substitution coming in. 2 subs coming in. It looks like Jade Melbourne and Shakira Austin. I guess they'll come in at the next whistle. Next dead ball, I should say. Bria Hartley with the ball for the Connecticut Sun. Right side, gets it to Mabrey, top of the key. Mabrey dribbles, gets cut off, and Shook Sutton with the steal. Sutton on the fast break, hangs, lays it up, and scores on the steal to the basket for Shook Sutton. It's 10-4 Washington. Bria Hartley with the ball, and a timeout called by first-year head coach Rashid Mezian. So Washington up to a great start here, 10-4 early in this one. With 6:40 to go in the first quarter. The Mystics are up 10-4. Let's take a look at the box score. While we go to a timeout here. Let's refresh this. So no subs yet, so we could just take a look at over here. So we got Haley Peters in her first start, no points. 4 for Tina. She has all 4 for the Connecticut Sun. Excuse me. For the Mystics, Kiki up to 4 already. 2 for Sykes, 2 for Sutton, and 2 for Citron. So that's the scoring so far. On League Pass, they're having a game break. They're featuring the Eastern and Western Conference players of the past week. From last week, excuse me. Or it's Alicia Gray for the Atlanta Dream for the East and Asia Wilson for the West. I think the new players of the week should be announced on this coming Tuesday or Wednesday. It'll be interesting to see who wins the awards for this time around. All right. This other game is starting at 4 p.m. So in the next like 50 minutes or so, the Minnesota Lynx versus the Dallas Wings. They've already played each other like 2 times already. They play each other tonight, and then the next time they play is September 1st. So they have a long break after that. But to play a team 3 times in pretty much the first month of the season is interesting. Right, subs being made. That game, it should be coming back now. Shakira comes in for Shook Sutton. And Steph Dolson subs out. Jade Melbourne checks in. Well, I should have flipped that. Shakira comes in for Steph Dolson, and Jade Melbourne comes in for Shook Sutton. Salute to everybody hanging around on this Sunday afternoon for some WNBA hoops. Make sure you leave a like on the stream if you like this type of content. Subscribe, helps the channel out tremendously. All right, so it is Connecticut ball inbounding on their side of the court. Mabrey looking to get it in. Barely gets it into Tina Charles. Gets it back to Mabrey. Mabrey guarded tightly by Charles. Down to Tina Charles in the post against Shakira Austin. Reverse pivots, goes off glass, can't get it. Sonia with the rebound. Sonia on the attack. They leave the lane open, and Sonia goes coast to coast and scores. Sonia Citron, 2 layups for her first 2 baskets. Sanaya Rivers with the ball over to Peters. Back to Rivers. Rivers attacks Melbourne. Pulls up baseline jump shot. Off the rim. Rebound to Austin. Mystics on an 8-0 run in the last 2 minutes. Over to Shakira. Shakira right to left crossover into the paint. Steps through. Throws it off the glass and somehow banks it in. Shakira Austin going across the paint. Right to left. and banks it in. It's 14-4. This game's getting out of hand early. Largest lead of the game here. Tonight Rivers over to Hartley. Hartley with the pump fake. Out to Peters. Back out to Rivers. Over to Tina. Top of the key. Over to Hartley. Hartley in the corner for three. She steps out of bounds, though. Right in front of her bench. So it goes back to the Washington Mystics. Kameo, what's good? I hope the WNBA adopts a 2-day rest between finals games. What do you think? Yeah, I think that would be ideal. It's just now they've added, it's a 7-game series now. So now it makes things a bit tougher. And I think the finals has a hard out date, where the last day of the finals can be without it encroaching on the NBA season too much. So I have to take a look at that calendar and see. Brittany Sykes gets downhill, switches to the left hand, and left hand lay is good. 12-0 run in the last 2.5 minutes for the Washington Mystics. Rivers with the ball over to Mabrey. Mabrey guarded by Austin now on the perimeter. Mabrey double cross. Oh, she backs up. Mabrey deep three, misses. Fight for the rebound, and Tina gets it over to Mabrey. Mabrey gets downhill. Oh, bounce past to Rivers. Rivers for three, and they just can't buy a basket. J.C. Sheldon for the Sun has checked in as well for Bria Hartley. Ball over to Austin. Austin gets stripped by Sheldon, and Sheldon saves it. Good steal there by Sheldon. Sheldon comes off the screen, gets it over to Mabrey. Mabrey jab step, guarded by Sonia Citron, blows by her, throws up the floater, off glass, foul, and one Marina Mabrey. Marina Mabrey real shifty. Hit her with a tween between the legs twice, blew by, and hits a floater off the glass, draws the foul on Shakira Austin. Marina had a slow start in the last game as well, but she came alive in that third quarter, scored like 15 in the third quarter en route to her 34 points. Mabrey completes the 3-point play and quiets that run by the Mystics. 16-7 here. Wait, why is my score saying 86-68? What is happening? It's 7-16. The ref, I just missed it. The ref got run over there. Jaylen Brown has checked into this game. So Brittany Sykes got downhill, got the foul call. Brittany Sykes a little out of control, ran into the ref. The ref tried to save her, but then they all tripped over the photographer there. So Brittany Sykes going back to the line. Oh, she scored that basket actually, and that was a 3-point play. So it's 19-7. 19-7. Anissa Morrow, rookie out of LSU, has checked in. So it's Sheldon. Morrow, as Morrow shoots the three, misses. Austin with the rebound. And now Austin going coast to coast. Gets it over to Sonia Citron. Goes behind the back. Oh, finds Austin, but it's a little behind her. Is a turnover. Mabrey on the run here. Slows it down. Oh, finds Tina Charles, middle of the paint. And Tina Charles lays it in easy as you like. 19-9. And a foul here. So Brittany Sykes attracting a lot of attention, garnering a lot of fouls here. Emily Enxler checks in. I don't know who went to the bench. And Shug Sutton checks back in as well. Brittany Sykes goes to the bench. So it's Sutton, Dolson, Austin, Enxler, and Melbourne for the let's call them the Wizards, the Mystics. Over to Steph Dolson. Steph Dolson down to Shakira in the paint. She faces up on Tina. Spins, fall away, and gets fouled. And they may give it to Morrow. And they give it to Tina Charles. I don't know about that. I thought it was on Morrow. But the Mystics are in the bonus now. So anytime they go to get fouled, they're going to the line the rest of this quarter. So Shakira Austin, she's one of the longer tenured players with the Mystics, dealing with a lot of injuries over the course of her career. Coming off the bench this season, she hits the first free throw. It's 20-9 here. 20-9. Shakira Austin at the line for the second free throw, and she cashes in. 21-9. Washington up by a lot so far. Mabrey with the ball, gets it down to Tina. Tina faces up against Shakira Austin, right side of the floor. Steps back, shoots a jumper over here, too strong. Engstler with the rebound, gets it over to Sutton. Sutton pushing the pace, crosses half court. Gets the screen from Austin, gets it over to Dolson. Dolson over to Melbourne, almost passes it out of bounds. Melbourne saves it. Melbourne hesitation, gets into the paint, out to Austin, up top to Sutton. Sutton, dead-eye three, misses. Rebound to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown used to play with the Dallas Wings last season, was in training camp with the Fever. Oh, what a pass from Mabrey to the cutting Morrow. And Anissa Morrow on the board and scores. They call a foul on J.C. Sheldon, so that's automatic free throws for the Mystics. Silly foul by J.C. Sheldon. So Shook Sutton will go to the line for 2 free throws. It looks like a wholesale substitution about to happen for the Mystics. Shook Sutton previously used to play with the Phoenix Mercury before she got traded midway through last season. She misses the first. Kiki Iriafen and Aaliyah Edwards come into the game. Pseudo was good. Was good. Sonia Citron will check in next time because she's supposed to come in for Shug Sutton, who's at the line. Brittany Sykes also checks back in. And Sutton misses both. Kiki gets the offensive rebound and putback, so she gets subbed right back in. Rebound, score. That's why she's averaging a double-double. Ball over to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown with the ball. Picks up her dribble. Gets it to Mabrey. Mabrey guarded by Kiki Iriafen now. Mabrey with the ball. Gets it down to Tina in the mid-post. Tina against Aaliyah Edwards. Gets fouled by Sutton. Foul and 1. Tina Charles, the legend. Number 2 all-time in points scored in the W behind Diana Taurasi. She's been doing this for a long time, folks. A long time. So Kiki already, as Tina Charles completes the three-point play, it's 23-14. Kiki already up to 6 points and 2 rebounds. 9 points for Tina Charles. Sykes, corner to Edwards. Edwards drives down the lane, goes up, and gets fouled there. Is that on Morrow? Anissa Morrow looks like she's about to check out. So yeah, that foul was on Anissa Morrow on Aaliyah Edwards. So Edwards will go to the line for free throw. She was dealing with injuries to start the season. So Edwards at the line. First free throw is up, and she knocks it down. Carriata Diaby is checking in for Anissa Morrow. Aaliyah Edwards' second free throw is up, and she buries both. So it's back to an 11-point lead, 25-14 here. Mabrey with the ball. I think she's played this whole first quarter so far. Mabrey over to Tina. Down to Diaby. Diaby's in and gets fouled by Engstler. So Diaby comes in, has a nice seal on Engstler, and gets fouled on her layup attempt. Oh, she sealed Edwards, and then Engstler came over for the help and fouls. So Diaby at the line for the first. Sets. Shoots. Knocks it down. 2:07 on the clock. Just running my clock down to catch up a bit. Diaby at the line for the second free throw. It's up. And she's short. Offensive rebound to Tina Charles. Charles, one leg fall away over Kiki. Tries to bank it in. Can't get it. Bounces off a couple players. And it stays with the Connecticut Sun. So Sydney Johnson, first-year head coach of the Washington Mystics. You can see the things he's trying to emphasize for them. Mabrey over to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown open for three, and Jaylen Brown hits the corner three in front of her bench. So second chance opportunities lead to a three for the Sun. They're 1 for 6 for three. Oh, J.C. Sheldon gets the steal on Brittany Sykes, but they fighting for the ball, and it's a jump ball. J.C. Sheldon, a very good on-ball defender. Gets a lot of deflections, got the deflection there and forced the jump ball. J.C. Sheldon, second year out of Ohio State. So a jump ball between Jaylen Brown, actually, and Brittany Sykes. And ball gets tipped around and gets tipped right back to Sykes. Sykes gets downhill, finds Kiki, and Kiki easy score there. Out of that scramble, Kiki Iriafen got free. Sykes attacks the basket. Kiki wide open for the left-hand layup. She's up to 8 points here in the first quarter. Oh, maybe crossover on Sykes. Pulls up for three off the rim. Fight for the rebound. Engsler gets it. Engsler, her pass gets deflected, but Aaliyah saves it over to Sonia Citron. Walks into a three. And fight for the rebound between Mabrey and Edwards. And they saying it's Mystics ball still. Mystics to inbound, gets it into Sonia Citron. Citron to Kiki at the elbow. Handoff back to Sonia. Sonia pulls up mid-range jump shot, blocked by Jaylen Brown, but they call a shooting foul. So Sonia Citron at the line for 2 free throws. And she's short on the first. A minute to go here. Minute to go here in this first quarter. Second free throw is up and good for Sonia. It's 28-18. Sonia Citron, rookie out of Notre Dame. Playing really well to start the season. Mabrey gets it over to Brown. Brown attacks and gets fouled. Foul by Emily Engsler. 50 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Sun trying to claw back into this game. 28-18, 10-point lead here. So Mabrey to inbound. Jaylen Brown goes to the bench. Sanaya Rivers checks back in. Ball into Sanaya Rivers. Rivers with the ball. Played great defense against Ryan Howard in that last game against the Dream. J.C. Sheldon out to Rivers. Over to Mabrey. Mabrey sets, fires, three. Good. Marina Mabrey knocks down the three. And it's back to single digits. 28-21. 7-point game. 30 seconds to go. Sykes with the ball. Sykes gets downhill to her left. Out to Edwards. Edwards, corner three, short. And Diaby gets the rebound. Hands it off to Mabrey. Mabrey on the run here. Mabrey gets it right into the paint. Throws up the floater. And she shoots an air ball. Or does it graze the rim? It did not graze the rim, and she knew it. 16 seconds to go. That would have been a nice run there to close the quarter by the Sun. Kiki Iriafen, I'm not sure what happened there. She was hunched over, but she seems to be okay now. Kiki to inbound, gets it into Sykes with 16 seconds to go. 10, 9. Sykes at half court, guarded by Sheldon. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. Sykes, double crossover on Sheldon. Dribbles, gets to the elbow, pull up jump shot, too strong. Enxler gets the offensive rebound, and the shot wouldn't have counted anyway. It didn't go in. But we have a 7-point game here after the first quarter. Mystics 28, Sun 21. Right, let's get ready for the start of the second quarter. So, Mystics go on a nice little run there to start the game. The Sun claw back, make it a 7-point game. Let's take a look at the box score really quickly. Con Landing says, just finished watching the French Open men's final 5, says 5.5 hours of non-stop tension feel. I seen Alcaraz won again, right? Alcaraz, I think I saw he ends up winning. I saw Coco won yesterday for the women and Alcaraz for the men. So both number 2 in the world end up winning the French Open. All right, end of the first quarter, Washington 28, Connecticut 21. For the Sun, let me go to the box score actually so we can see more details here. For the Sun, Haley Peters gets to start and gets the start for the injured Nelson Adota. She was out there just running around doing nothing. 0 points for her. Tina Charles with 9 points. Hartley with none either. 6 for Mabrey with 5 assists. Sanaya Rivers with none. You got 2 from Morrow, 1 from Diaby, and 3 from Jalen Brown. JC Sheldon did not score. For the Mystics, you have Kiki Uriafen with 8 points, 7 for Brittany Sykes, 2 for Sutton, and 5 for Citron. Off their bench, 4 for Austin and 2 for Aaliyah Edwards. The Sun are shooting 40% from the field, which isn't too bad. They're shooting 25% from 3, which is pretty bad. And they have 4 turnovers as a team. The Mystics shooting 71% from the field, which is excellent. 0 for 3 from 3. And they have 4 turnovers as well. Highline says Carlos came back from 2 sets down and saved 3 match points. Sheesh. The heart of a champion right there. Heart of a champion. Who he played? I think he played center, right? So, center's gonna be having nightmares about that. Gonna be having nightmares. Salute to everybody hanging around with me on the stream for some WNBA action on this Sunday afternoon. This is the first of 2 games today. The other game starting in about 30-ish minutes or so. Second quarter about to start now. Remember, this is a Commissioner's Cup game. The Sun are 1-1. The Mystics are 0-2, so they may already be out the Commissioner's Cup competition as the quarter starts, but you never know. I don't think my Liberty go lose 2 games in the Commissioner's Cup. So Kiki with the ball, gets the ball stripped, recovers it over to Melbourne. Oh, crossover on Sanaya Rivers, gets downhill, gets fouled, throws it up, and 1. Jade Melbourne. Jane Melbourne, that's primarily what her game consists of, getting to the basket. Why does it keep asking me to reload your stream? Is it you or me? I don't know. I'm watching it on my iPad here, and it looks like it's going smoothly. Let me know. Anybody on the Twitch, if you're anybody else you having Tudo, you having issues as well? Let me know if you're on the Twitch right now. Over to Melbourne. Melbourne misses the free throw, but they get the ball back and they lose it again. The Sun with the steal. Hartley over to Sheldon. Sheldon goes baseline. Oh, hangs, goes under and scores on the other side of the basket. Good move by JC Sheldon. Sykes with the ball. She gets around the trap, finds Edwards, lays it up, foul, and 1. Good move by Brittany Sykes. Escapes the trap on the baseline, finds the cutting Aaliyah Edwards, who scores. So not Sheldon, Edwards at the line, looking to complete the 3-point play, and she does. 33-23. Hartley with the ball over to Mabrey. Mabrey comes off the screen going left. Handoff to Sanaya Rivers. Rivers cross-court pass. Terrible pass. Picked off by Melbourne. It's a 2-on-1. Melbourne throws up the left-hand layup and misses. Aaliyah Edwards with the offensive board. Gets it up top to Sykes. Sykes spins off Hartley. Sykes into the paint. Euro stepping through. Throws it up and misses. Rebound to Mabrey. Mabrey with the ball. Oh, finds a rolling Diaby and is picked off by Kiki Iriafen. Over to Sykes. Sykes finds Melbourne down the lane to Edwards and scores. Great plays right there. Great ball movement by the Mystics. It's 35-23. Defense to offense there for the Mystics. Hartley with the ball and fouled by Jade Melbourne. So showing the replay. Kiki with the steal. Gets it all right to Sykes. Down the middle to Melbourne. Finds Aaliyah Edwards in the dunker spot right by the basket and scores. Aaliyah Edwards up to 7 points. Oh, and Sonia Citron gets the steal off the inbound, goes up and scoops it in. This is up and down action right here, people. JP, what's good, bro? They are fun game, playing fast, definitely. It's up and down, defense to offense for the Mystics. They are feasting. Off the inbound, Sonia shoots the passing lane, goes coast to coast, and lays it right in. 14-point lead here in DC. Let me see if my plugin is working now. See, there we go. I got the game leaders down low for you guys. Let's take a look at the box score again. 37-23. Washington outscoring Connecticut 9-2 so far in this second quarter. So you have Tina Charles with 9 still, Mabrey with 6 still, but the most important thing is the Mystics right now. 8 for Iriafen, 7 for Sykes and Citron, and 2 for Sutton, and you got 7 for Aaliyah Edwards off the bench as well. Cool, I'm glad everything's working smooth now. So is the Washington Mystics have 4 steals already, but you got 2 from Melbourne and wait, 2, 3, that should be 5 steals if this is correct. I don't think that's right. 1, 2, 3. That doesn't add up to 4, but it is what it is. But multiple players have steals for the Mystics. Playing really good defense here and getting out in transition. If I take a look at the team stats, if you look at the points conceded off turnovers, the Sun have 7 turnovers. They've given up 10 points off of those turnovers. For the Mystics, they have 5 turnovers. They've given up 9 points off of their 5 turnovers. They're on the flashback here. They're talking about the WNBA draft. Conlon said in 2011, Djokovic came back from 2 sets down to beat Roger Federer at the 2011 Open, where he saved match point and many called it the tennis version of Jordan over Elo. I can't lie. Back in 2011, I was not super paying attention to tennis. 2011, what was I? 2011 Open. I think I was just going into college. 2011. I was going into my freshman year of college. I was really just a hoops guy and American football. Ball back in play here with the Connecticut Sun. Morrow with the ball, looking for Charles. She pump fakes. Gets the ball stripped, and it's a turnover. Sykes with the ball. Sykes finds Kiki under the basket, and they call a travel. So it's a turnover there by the Mystics after that travel there. Ball and play with the Sun. Ball over to Morrow. Anissa with the ball gets it to Mabrey. Mabrey reverses off Sykes. Pump fakes, throws up the mid-range jump shot, and scores. Marina Mabrey with the basket. She's probably going to have another outburst here for the Sun to have a chance. She's up to 8 points. Sykes with the ball. Finds the rolling Iria Fenn. Out to Sonia. Wide open for three. And misses. Aaliyah Edwards with the rebound. They go back to Sonia in the corner. She drives. Steps through. Up under. Gets blocked by Mabrey. And Charles controls the ball. Over to Mabrey. Mabrey on the run. Out to three. Steps back for a three. And Marina. She just needs to see one go in. And a quick five for Marina. And is back to single digits. 37-28. Melbourne with the ball. Melbourne over to Sykes. Sykes right wing. Wants to screen from Kiki. Attacks left. Hesitation dribble. Stops. Gets through and draws the foul on Mabrey. Sykes at the free throw line again. She shoots the first and makes it. So we have Shakira Austin and Steph Dolson checking in. Somebody else checked in. I couldn't see. Kiki and Aaliyah Edwards go to the bench. Sykes already up to 8 points on 4 made free throws. We got a Lucy Olson sighting for the Washington Mystics as she hits the second free throw. So it's 39-28. Bria Hartley with the ball. Snatch back dribble. Tries to get it to Mabrey. And they call a foul there on, it might be on Sykes. Oh, they call it on Lucy Olson. Rookie out of Iowa. I think she used to play for Villanova before. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ball down to Tina Charles against Austin. One leg push shot. Thought she got hit on the elbow. No foul call. Rebound to the Mystics. Sykes with the ball. Calling for a screen here, or calling for the play to be run. Sykes with the ball. Comes off the screen. Over the head pass to Sonia. Over to Lucy. Down to Shakira. Shakira wide open. Pump fakes. Goes up and scores. Great ball movement by the Wizards. Keep calling them the Wizards. The Mystics. It's 41-28. Tina over to Mabrey. Mabrey pity pat dribble. Gets into the lane. Throws it out to Bria. Corner to Jaylen Brown for three. Can't get it. Oh, Mabrey with the offensive rebound. And they call a foul there. And they call Lucy Olson already for 2 fouls in an instant. I think Lucy gets checked out. Yep, Lucy comes in for a minute and gets 2 quick fouls and has to go back to the bench. Ball inbounds to Hartley from Mabrey. Hartley comes off the screen. Hartley mid-range jump shot and rattles it in. Bria Hartley, the vet out of UConn, knocks it down. Dolson over to Citron, left corner. Dribbles out of it, trying to get... Oh, bad pass by Sonia. Gets picked off by Morrow. Morrow with the ball. Oh, she too much dribbling and dribbled it off her foot and out of bounds. So now Lucy Olson about to check back in after subbing out for a possession. Ball in play. 5 turnovers this quarter for the Sun, 3 for the Mystics. Sykes with the ball. She's running controls right now. Over to Citron. Citron down to Shakira. They send a late double out to Dolson. Dolson can hit those wide open threes. Misses that one. Fight for the rebound. I said Bartley. Bria Hartley gets it. Hartley, oh, has it on Sonia Citron, scoop layup, and she gets fouled. So foul by Citron. That's her first foul on Sonia. So Hartley will go to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw is up and good for Hartley. Lucy Olsen checks in for Sonia Citron. So Hartley at the line for the second, and she knocks down both. Back to a single-digit game. The Sun are hanging around. It's 41-32. A little under 5 to go here. Over to Engsler. Engsler with the ball. Up top to Shakira. She dribbles to her left. Gets it to Dolson. Down to Sykes in the post against Jaylen Brown. She pump fakes on the turnaround. Jump shot is up. Rattles around. And Tina with the rebound. Over to Hartley. Hartley, no look to Jaylen Brown. And Sykes tips it out of bounds. And she slides into the camera person. Oh, Brittany Sykes sacrificing her body there. She dove at that and slid from in the paint right into the camera person beside the basket. Hartley throws a baseball pass and Sykes really just dives and slides. So Sykes will go to the bench. She's holding her left hip a little bit. She should be fine. So Dolson and Sykes go to the bench. Oh, Mabrey throws it off the back of Engsler to get the ball in bounds. Mabrey down to Morrow. Morrow faces up on Shakira Austin. Turnaround jump shot. Short. Austin with the rebound. Jade Melbourne fires a bullet pass into Kiki. Fight for the ball. And they call a foul there. On Mabrey on the reach in. So they're showing the replay. So fight for the ball there. Now look. They don't challenge. It stays a foul on Mabrey on that reach in. Kiki face up on Tina, gets it over to Engsler, right over to Olsen. Olsen for 3, and Olsen knocks down the 3. So Lucy Olsen is on the board. And that's the first 3-pointer of the game for the Mystics. These rooks are fearless. Yeah, they have no fear here. Kiki don't care who you are. Oh, Mabrey into the paint, out to Tina. Tina over to Hartley. Hartley comes off the screen from Morrow. Pulls up for 3. Can't get it. Fight for the rebound. And it drops into Engsler's hands. Emily Engsler going down the lane. Steps through. Goes glass. Foul. And 1. Emily Engsler goes coast to coast and scores. Foul on Tina Charles. That's her second foul. Emily Engsler gets the rebound. Goes coast to coast. Attacks Tina Charles. Glows glass and scores. And she misses the free throw for the 3-point play, but gets her own rebound. Now she sets up in the corner for 3. Oh, if she would have hit that, the roof would have went off that place. Mabrey with the ball, trying to stem the tide here. Hartley with the ball. Hartley tries to bounce pass. It goes through her legs, but she recovers it over to Mabrey. Shoots right over Melbourne. Misses. Fight for the rebound. Mabrey chases it down. Mabrey ISO with Melbourne. Over to Hartley. Hartley, no hesitation for 3. Misses. Austin with another rebound. Austin crosses half court. Austin pulls up at the foul line. Cash. Nobody steps out on her, and she knocks it down. (48-32). Shakira up to 8 points here. What else she got? Shakira got 8 points and 4 boards. Mabrey into the paint, going right, and scores the mid-range jump shot for Marina Mabrey. Mabrey fired up. She's trying to get her teammates to play some defense. They can't keep trading baskets here. Mystics are shooting 62% from the field, and they have 22 points off their bench compared to 8 for the Sun. Oh, what a pass from Iriafen to Olsen. Jaylen Brown with the block from behind, but they call a foul on Brown. They're showing the replay of Shakira Austin walking down the court and knocks down the jump shot, and Shakira saying something to Mora like, "You just gonna leave me?" Like, okay. So we have a timeout here as we go towards halftime. Take a look at the box score momentarily. It's 48-34. Justin said, "I need Sun." God bless, my friend. That's all I can say. God bless. You're gonna need a Marina Mabrey Hail Mary in the second half to have a chance, because the way the Mystics are hooping right now, it's looking slow, my friend. For the Sun, you have Peters. I haven't seen her since that first quarter. 9 for Charles with 5 rebounds. 4 for Bria Hartley. 13 for Mabrey. She's doing all she can, but she's gonna need some help. None for Sanaya Rivers. Morrow with 2. 1 for Carriata Diaby. Jaylen Brown with 3. JC Sheldon with 2. They're shooting 41% from the field, 25% from 3. And they're up to 9 turnovers now. For the Mystics, Kiki Iriafen, 8 points. Oh, geez, my bad. 8 points and 2 rebounds. None for Dolson, 9 for Sykes, 2 for Sutton, and 7 for Sonia Citron. Emily Enksler with 2, 8 for Shakira Austin off the bench with 4 rebounds, 7 for Aaliyah Edwards, 3 for Olsen, and 2 for Melbourne. So everybody off their bench who's come in has scored. Everybody who's coming to the game besides Steph Dolson has scored at least 2 points. So they've been balanced scoring for the Washington Mystics. They have 7 turnovers, but they're shooting 62% from the field. They're only shooting 14% from 3, 1 for 7. Lucy Olsen hit the only 3, and they're still up a bunch. The free throws have helped them. They're 11 for 16, compared to 5 for 6 for the Mystics. Yeah, Justin, I figured it was on the parlay or on a bet somewhere. But you're gonna need a miracle, my friend. At halftime, we're gonna go over the box score more in depth, the team stats, and we're gonna take a look at the late game that happened yesterday between the Mercury and the Sun. No, the Mercury and the Storm, excuse me. Salute, Justin. Appreciate you. Salute. Also, another game is starting. What time is it? In the next 10 minutes. We'll probably keep an eye on that during halftime. I won't stay on for that game once this Mystics and Sun game is over. I'll probably go watch it off stream, but we will take a look at it at halftime and keep an update on the scores as we go. Okay. So Lucy Olsen at the line for free throws. First free throw is up, and she cashes in. So lineup on the floor for the Mystics: Iriafen, Austin, Olsen, Citron, and Sykes. She hits both. That was Lucy Olsen. I feel like Mabrey has not taken a breather. Salute for the sub. Just got the notification just came through. Travel by Carriata Diaby for the Sun. So another turnover for them. Both teams in the bonus, however. Both teams are in the bonus. The rest of the remaining 2 minutes in this quarter. So it's a 16-point lead. 50-34 here. Shug Sutton with the ball gets it over to Sykes. Sykes leads the league in free throws attempted. Over to Sutton. Over to Kiki at the elbow. Kiki attacks the left elbow. Tries to attack. They throw a late double O. Oh, what a block by Sanaya Rivers. Oh, my goodness. I feel like she jumped out the gym on that block. Bria Hartley with the gamble. Suge Sutton cuts baseline, goes up for a double clutch layup, and Sanaya Rivers comes out of nowhere. Left hand swat out of bounds. Ball inbounds to Austin. Austin loses the ball, and it's a turnover there. And it goes to the Connecticut Sun. What a block by Sanaya. Jeez. Ball in play with the Sun. They need to close this quarter to get it to single digits if they can. Mabrey with the ball. Feel like she's played every minute here. Mabrey guarded tightly by Sykes over to Diaby. Right side to Hartley. Hartley trying to get it down to Tina against Austin. Tina, reverse pivot, throws up the hook. And Mabrey with the offensive rebound. Mabrey probes under, gets it to Tina under the basket. Oh, and Tina misses but gets fouled on the reach-in. So Tina Charles will go to the line for free throws. So Tina back at the line. And she rattles in the first. Tina knocks down the second. So it's a 14-point game now. If the Sun can get this to 10 or 8, then I feel good about them going into the third. I don't think they'll win, but it makes the game a little bit more interesting. Sykes with the ball. Sykes with the ball. Goes across the paint, tries to step through, gets it to Austin, and swings that elbow and knocks Sanaya in the face. And they call an offensive foul. Third personal on Shakira Austin. So Sykes comes across the paint. Sanaya's guarding her. Austin gets the ball. Just, I don't know. She didn't throw an elbow there, but it is what it is. Sanaya gets it over to Tina. Tina attacks Shakira. Dream Shake goes off glass. Oh, it rattles around and out. Austin with another rebound. Sykes with the ball. Gets it down to Kiki. Goes through a bunch of players' hands and a steal. Sanaya picks it up. Sanaya Rivers with the ball. Comes off the screen going left. Over, and they call a moving screen by Tina Charles. So it's a turnover again for the Sun. That's the third foul on Tina Charles. Haley Peters will check back in. Ball in play here with Suge Sutton. And they call a foul on Dolson. So a turnover by the Mystics. This last minute has been a turnover. Yeah, Justin, that's all I was saying, bro. That's what I was saying. It's looking slow. Ball in with Sanaya. 20 seconds to go here. Sanaya guarded tightly by Sykes. Spins off. 10 seconds to go here. Sanaya finds a cutting Mabrey. Bad pass. Ball gets deflected. Kiki on the run here. Kiki over to Sykes. Sykes. 7 on the clock. 6, 5, 4, 3. Sykes pulls back for 3. Short. Diaby with the rebound. And that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of the first half, Mystics 50. The Connecticut Sun 36. All right. Dylan says I have a 4-leg that has Mystics money line and over 156. You're at 86 right now. So you need about 70 between both teams. Yeah, that's looking really good. Looking really good. So we're gonna take a look at the box score and the team stats. Let me just reset, get things ready for the third quarter. I'll be chatting so much during halftime that I'll be forgetting to do that. So let me just take care of that now. And then we can take a look at the box score. All right, we're at halftime, people. Halftime, 36-50. Sun losing to the Mystics. In the first quarter, the Mystics outscored the Sun 28-21. In the second quarter, the Mystics outscored the Sun 22-15, which is why the score is what it is right now. For the Sun, you have Haley Peters, 6 minutes, got to start in place of Olivia Nelson-Ododa, who's out injured. She has 6 minutes, no points. Tina Charles in double figures, 11 points and 5 rebounds, does have 3 fouls now. Bria Hartley with 4 points. Marina Mabrey leading the way with 13 points, 5 assists. And Sanaya Rivers hasn't scored. Had a nice block and 2 steals so far. For Anissa Morrow, 2 points. You have Diaby with 1, 3 for Jaylen Brown, and 2 for JC Sheldon. Dylan, salute. Appreciate that, man. That's what I do it for. Because there's times where you're not able to watch, and you just want to be able to listen. Something like radio, but more interactive than radio. So I appreciate you tuning in. Thanks. For the Mystics, you have Kiki Iriafen with 8, Steph Dolson with 0 in her 9 minutes, Sykes with 9, 2 for Sutton, 7 for Citron. For Emily Engstler, she got 2, Shakira with 8, 7 for Edwards, 5 for Lucy Olsen, and 2 for Jade Melbourne. Sika Kone hasn't checked in yet. So look at their bench, really contributing. What's that? 8 and 2 is 10. And what's that? 5, 7, and 15, and 2, 17, and 7. What's that? 24? 24 points off their bench. 24 points off of their bench. For the bench of the Connecticut Sun, it's that 2 and 1, 3 and 3, 6 and 2, 8. Only 8 points from their bench. Connecticut, I don't know. I don't know. I know this season it wasn't an intentional tank, but it's the start of a rebuild, so it's only going to get worse before it gets better, as they say. So they're a work in progress, but I like the way Washington is moving. They're going to have to make some other moves, in my opinion. They have a glut of forwards because you already have Kiki, you have Steph Dolson, you got Engstler, you got Austin, you got Edwards, and then you got Kone on the bench. So it's they're gonna have to make some moves for some more wing players or even a better point guard. I know they have Georgia, who's recovering from ACL, but you're gonna definitely need some security or some depth at those other positions rather than the amount of forwards they have. Because Kiki's your future. You have to see what you have with Aaliyah for your future. Is Shakira a part of your future? And I know Dolson probably not. Dolson's just a vet presence right now. But she's one of the only forwards on the team that can spread the floor and shoot the 3. So that's why she's getting the start. I know people are like, why are we starting Dolson? Why they starting Dolson? It's because you don't want Shakira and Kiki, who operate in the same areas in the paint, in the same on the floor at the same time for long stretches of time. So they have Dolson out there who can step out to the 3-point line. She was one of the top players in the league in 3-point percentage last season. So it's just about her getting back, knocking those down. All right, let's take a look at the team stats. And then this other game should be starting right about now. And then I'll switch over to that and we can just take a look at the play-by-play as it goes. Yeah, Lynx versus Wings about to start. I just like to take a look at the points conceded off turnovers. 12 turnovers for the Sun. They've given up 10 points off those turnovers. And 11 turnovers for the Mystics. They've given up 13 points off of their turnovers. Largest lead of the game, 16. And we have, looking at the rebound battle, the Mystics are winning that 20-13. Both teams struggling from 3-point range, but the Mystics overall shooting a better field goal percentage. 18 for 31 from the field, 13 for 33 for the Sun. All right. I did want to take a look at hate when it does this. Yesterday's game, WNBA schedule. Let's go back to yesterday. If you were with me, I was on for Indiana at Chicago yesterday. First WNBA game taking place in the United Center in Chicago, where the Bulls play. It was pretty much a beatdown from the second quarter on. Indiana won that game 79-52. Valkyries, I spoke about yesterday. They smacked up on the Vegas Aces, made them look like the expansion team, 95-68. Bunch of career highs and a bunch of career highs for a number of players on the Valkyries. And then the Seattle at Phoenix game. I didn't get to watch that game. I did record it so I could take a look at it. But from what I saw, Skylar Diggins was hooping. She finishes with 26 points and 7 assists. She a little bit of bad blood with that organization. I don't know if it was with the organization or with Diana Taurasi, whoever it was with. When she used to play for them, she was pregnant during the time, and there was a whole situation that went down. So she came out and she was really fired up against them. Gabby Williams continuing to be a scoring beast for the Storm. Knox has 21 points and 7 assists. For the Phoenix Mercury, it's really Satu Sabali and the Jackson 5, the background singers, the Pips, whoever you want to call them. 22 points for Satu, and nobody else in the starting lineup scores in double figures. 14 for Lexi Hell. She's been having a couple of great games so far. Had her career high the last game. But until Alyssa Thomas and Kalia Copper come back, it's going to be Satu's job to just tread water until the reinforcements come in, hold the line until they can get some help, because the team with no disrespect to Catherine Westbeld and these people on the bench, but a team with those players in your starting lineup with just one star is not going to get the job done, to be completely honest with you. All right, so that was yesterday's the late game yesterday. Let's take a look at the other game that's happening today. We're going to just take a look at the box score as we wait until this game resumes. So Minnesota versus Dallas, as you can see, right-hand side, Lynx have won the first 2 games already. They won 99-84 on May 16th, and they won on May 21st in Minnesota, 85-81. Right, so I'm gonna leave it right here for a bit as we wait for halftime to be over. Probably got another 10 minutes until halftime is over. Let me see. Just down here. Oh, whoops. Put that here for us. Perfect. Make a link that back up. How can I watch this? No, I can't, because if I watch, I'm gonna have to turn this off, and I don't want to miss anything. All right, so the Dallas Wings on the board first. That's interesting. Dejanay Carrington hits 2 free throws. I expect Minnesota to win this game. They are 9.5 point favorites at the start of this game. They moved up to 11.5 point favorites. I think the over/under started at 168.5. It's now down to 161 at the current the live number, so 161.5. Bear with me as I take a quick water break. Appreciate you guys tuning in here. I will be back tomorrow. There's only one game on the schedule tomorrow. It's between the Golden State Valkyries and the LA Sparks. It is a late game, 10 p.m. Eastern start time. But I will be here on stream for that game. Only game on the schedule. The rest of the week may be a little tough to stream. I will be at the Liberty game on Tuesday. We take on the Chicago Sky down over here in Brooklyn. So I'll be live at that game. And then the rest of the week we'll have to play. Bull and Carlos said Dallas not streaming here. No, I can't. I'm not streaming that game. I'm only doing the Mystics and the Connecticut game. We're just at halftime at that game, so I'm just having this up temporarily. Salute on the Twitch to the Bull and Carla. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dallas. If Dallas had Paige, I probably would have done that game, but It's hard to watch that team without Paige. It's hard to watch them with Paige. It's even harder to watch them without Paige, to be completely honest with you. That game is on League Pass. Game is on League Pass. I'm done said my four leg was Mystics over 156 and Lynx money line under 168. I mean Lynx money line, that joint, it must have been like plus minus 1,000 or something. Let me see what it was. Gamecast. Yeah, minus 14 on it. But that under 168. Yeah, that should work. Announcers comparing DJ to Rodman. Oh boy. Oh boy. I mean, to be completely honest, Rodman wasn't an offensive threat. He did most of his work on the boards and putbacks and played solid defense. I think that's pushing it a bit though. Bull and Carr said, imagine getting a league pass and not being able to watch all the games. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part of sports in this in this economy and blackouts. Unfortunate. I'm guessing you're in the Dallas area or in the area around Dallas or in Minnesota. Yeah, it's one of those things where every sports fan. Oh, you're in Iowa. Wait, so how you blacked out? Is Minnesota a part of? Is Minnesota's market a part of Iowa? That's interesting. I'm not too sure there. It's blackouts is a thing that annoys every sports fan. Like I understand it working in TV myself, but it's tough. Dylan said at the time the four leg was plus 426. Interesting. Maybe Carla, maybe the area in Iowa you are is close to Minnesota. I'm not too sure. That's very interesting. Well, I will suggest to everyone, if you're interested in buying the league pass, is to make sure you go to the WNBA league pass page and type in your zip code, and then it'll let you know what what teams will be blacked out in your region. Oh, I guess Minnesota and Iowa are fairly close. I mean, they border each other, I should say. So that's probably why. Yeah. Blackouts are annoying. I don't condone it, but I will suggest using a VPN. Um, I will suggest using a VPN. I use NordVPN. I mean, I use VPNs for to protect my data in general, but it does come in handy when before, like when in New York when the Liberty were hard by were shown on Yes Network, which was a local broadcast network here. Um, I used to have to VPN to another state so I can watch games here because YouTube TV didn't carry Yes Network. Thankfully now they moved to our local Fox affiliate, so I can watch it on YouTube TV. But before, when they were owned by Yes Network, I used to have to VPN into Indiana or Florida or Atlanta somewhere just to watch my Liberty. JP says so far I had to get League Pass, Hulu, Paramount, and still trying to cancel all of them. Yeah, it's the way the sports um broadcasting rights work in this day and age. It's a lot to keep up with. For to watch every game on in the W for me, I have YouTube TV, I have Amazon Prime. Well, I have Prime already, so I get Prime Video with that. And I have League Pass, and I think that's it. Because YouTube TV gets me Ion, my local affiliate, NBA TV, CBS Sports Network, ABC, CBS, all those things. And then League Pass gets me the other things. And then Prime gets me the games on Prime. So that's my setup that I have to watch all the games. Yeah, Carla, VPN VPN into like LA or something, into California, somewhere in LA, in California, and then it should unblock that Minnesota Dallas game for you. Yeah, YouTube TV, at least for me, it gets me everything besides the games that are on League Pass and the Prime Video game and the Prime games. Everything else I get on YouTube TV because it has CBS Sports Network and all that. And the thing is, I share with my mom. My mom lives like a 5 minute drive away, so I got the I already have the plan, so she's able to watch that stuff, and I'm able to watch it no issues. And then we share League Pass as well. So with our we got League Pass through our season ticket membership with the Liberty. All right, I'm over here chatting. Almost forgot we were doing an actual watch along for another game. All right, as you can see, Minnesota putting belt to behind on the Wings already. Let's go back to the matter at hand, which is the game between the Mystics and the Sun. Thanks for hanging out with me on this halftime report. Hope I gave you guys some good information so far. I think the game has started. I can't tell. They're just focused on Brittany Sykes right now. She's averaging a career high in points, minutes, and assists. No. Yeah, she's above her career high in points, minutes, and assists. Um Full court defense here by the Connecticut Sun to start off this third quarter, and we are off. So it's the starting lineups for both teams, it appears so. Yep. Sonia Citron with the ball over to Sykes, left-hand side of the floor. Gets to the middle of the floor, picks up her dribble, gets it to Steph Dolson, back to Sykes. Sykes baseline jump shot, off balance, gets fouled by Sanaya Rivers, and Sykes will go back to the line for free throws. Okay, so Brittany Sykes has already been to the line a number of times already. Sykes, this will be her, but she's up to 9 points here. She's up. This will be her seventh and eighth free throw. She misses the first. So Brittany Sykes, she gets to the line a lot, but she's not a super high percentage free throw shooter this season. She always makes and misses one. She hits the second. Mabrey with the ball is 51-36. Mabrey gets it down to over to Tina Charles. Give and go with Mabrey, and Sykes fouls from behind on Mabrey. Or is it on it might be on Dolson actually. Dolson with the reach in. So it'll be Connecticut Sun ball, sideline out of bounds. Carlos says VPN work, but you're right, wings are unwatchable. Yep. It's tough sledding. It is tough sledding. Sanaya Rivers pull up jump shot is good. Sanaya Rivers gets on the board finally. 51-38. Kiki at the ball gets pressured by Charles. Back out to Shook Sutton. Shook Sutton gets over to Sykes. Sykes pulls up for a three. Off the back rim. Sanaya Rivers with the rebound. Fight for the rebound. Charles secures it. Over to Mabrey. Mabrey gets downhill, spins, shoots off balance off the front of the rim. Sykes with the rebound. Mabrey might play this whole game until this game gets like towards the end of the fourth. Area Fen with the ball, guarded by Hartley. Step back, jump shot over her, bounces around, and Charles with the rebound over to Mabrey. Connecticut within striking distance. They just need to find somewhere to get some offense from. Mabrey with the ball. Comes off the screen going left from Peters. Over to Peters. Peters can shoot the three, and she's short. Hartley chases down the rebound, but Citron secures it. Citron over to Sykes. Sykes gets downhill, gets bumped, and gets fouled. So she'll go back to the line. So Sykes will go to the line for more free throws. This will be free throws Um, 9 and 10 for her, I think. What's she up to? No, this would be yeah, this would be 8 and 9 for her. Excuse me. I have the score of the Minnesota Dallas game right at the top of the screen, so you can keep an eye on it. She knocks down both free throws. So it's 53-38, 8 minutes to go here in the third. Hartley over to Peters, right side to Mabrey. Mabrey comes off the screen. Mabrey pulls up for a three. They need it. They don't get it. Sykes gets the rebound. Sykes over to Citron. Citron pump fakes at the three, gets downhill, hangs, and hits. So Citron's had a number of layups in this game. Citron, where's my box score here? Citron up to 9 points for Sonia. Tina in the post against Kiki, goes up with the left hand hook, doesn't get it, gets her rebound and scores. 55-40. Over to Sykes. Sykes. Hesitation. Goes left hand layup is good for Brittany. Sykes used a nice hezzy move and got to that left hand and scores. 17-point lead here. Sanaya Rivers tries to attack her fellow rookie in Sonia. Tries to get it to Mabrey. It bounces past two Sun players and out of bounds. Washington forcing the Sun to rush their offense a bit, along with some rookie mistakes. So Brittany Sykes up to 14 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for the Washington Mystics. Ball in play here. Jade Melbourne and Shakira Austin into the game. Over to Shakira Austin. Austin handoff to Sonia. Sonia with the ball top of the key, looking, gets it to Kiki. Kiki guarded tightly by Peters. Peters attacks. Peters gets attacked by by Area Fen, and she gets the left hand layup. Goes from the 3-point line, drives left hand dribble to the basket and scores 59-40. My friend who went Sun money line, God bless. Sonia gets the rebound after that ear ball. Sonia with the ball gets it to Sykes. Sykes calling out the play here. Gets the clear out. Oh, crossover on Sanaya Rivers. Over to Sonia. Corner to Melbourne. Melbourne for the corner three. And Jaden Melbourne knocks down the three. Call a timeout, coach. Does he? Yeah, he does. And Rashid Mezian calls a timeout. This game has gotten out of hand. 22-point lead here. Mystics up 62-40. 11-2 run. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Game getting out of hand a bit. Let's take a quick look at the box score. Hold on, let me load it up for us. Oh, I forgot I was looking at this earlier. Let's go back to the box score for this game. So 12-4 quarter for the Mystics over the Sun. Got 13 for Tina, 13 for Mabrey. That's the only bright spots on this team right now. Kiki Iriafen with 10 points, 2 rebounds. You got 14 for Sykes, 9 for Citron. And then their bench, bench is about to come in. They haven't really scored as of yet. Let's take a look at this Minnesota game while we have a break right now. So it's a 24-14 game. Wow. Klundikova, I forgot to mention, Maria Klundikova, she was a part of the Sparks training camp. She was waived before training camp, and then as the Lynx waived Mariam Badian out of France, they signed Klundikova, and she's now with the Minnesota Lynx. So that score is 24-14 at the end of the first. Let's take a look at the box score while we have some time. Bridget Carlton with 3, 2 for Alana Smith, 4 for Nafisa, 10 for McBride. She's on my fantasy team, thank God. And 2 for Courtney Williams with 4 assists. I have 3 Minnesota Lynx players on my fantasy team. Can't lie, they're good. Carly Samuelson hasn't scored. 2 for Jess Shepard. For the wings, you have 3 for Arike Gumbawale, 2 for Dejanay Carrington, and then their bench. Nalissa Smith moves to the bench. I just noticed that for this game. 3 for Nalissa, 2 for Maddie, and 4 for JJ Quinterly. Oh, they moved Louisa Geisel-Solder into the starting lineup. That's dope. Louisa out of Germany. I watched her a lot this off season while I was doing some highlights for players coming to the W for this season. But she hasn't scored yet. Does have 2 rebounds. The Wings are in trouble as well because they have a number of players going to what you call it, the Eurobasket. Louisa's gonna leave soon. Tiara McCowan, she's not here. She already went overseas to play. She's a naturalized citizen of Turkey. So she's playing for the Turkish national team. We're back in play here. My bad, y'all. They just came back in play. We didn't miss nothing. Ball back in play here with the Sun. Snowman, salute. What's going on, my friend? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Washington 62, Connecticut 40. It's a smackdown here. Citron down to Shakira Austin. Austin faces up against Diaby's, goes through the lane. That should be a jump ball. And they called the jump ball. Between Mabrey and Austin, I mean, the size advantage favors Austin there. But it is a jump ball. Oh, well, hanging with the wife and daughter while working on some logos. I hear that, my friend. I hear that. Enjoy Sunday with the family. You're gonna be streaming tonight for that the finals game? That's tonight, right? I think that's tonight. Jump ball is up. Shakira, I don't know what happened there. Oh, so Marina Mabrey just conceded the ball, so they're gonna do a sideline out of bounds. It was a jump ball violation. Sounds good. I'll probably pop in the chat around then. I'll probably be watching that game. Definitely watching that game as well. The last game was incredible. Jade Melbourne with the ball over to Sutton. Sutton steps into a 3. Not her game. She can hit, but misses that one. Charles with the rebound. 5 for Tina. Ball gets tipped out of bounds by Suge Sutton on that outlet pass. Diaby's grabbing her left shoulder here, and she's on the floor in pain. They're calling for the trainer. She's and we're gonna have a medical timeout. Diaby fell really hard on that shoulder. She went to go brace herself after falling. Oh yeah. So her shoulder. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. So Diaby will go to the bench. She'll probably go to the locker room here. She's not even moving that left arm. So we have a little bit of a break here. So we're in a break right now. They're talking about the Washington Mystics next game on Monumental TV, which is their local partner. It's against the Atlanta Dream next Sunday. 5:16 to go here. We're in a bit of a break. It's a 62-40 game. 62-40. Salute to everybody hanging around on this Sunday afternoon. The first of 2 games happening in the WNBA this afternoon. Both games are, well, the Minnesota Lynx game is still close against the Wings, but this game is in blowout territory with the Mystics versus the Sun. Ball in play. Anissa Morrow and JC Sheldon have checked in for the Sun. Mabrey with the ball deep 2 off the front of the rim. Enxler has checked in for the Mystics. She gets the rebound. Outlet quickly up to Jade Melbourne. Melbourne. Oh, over the head pass to Dolson. It's a foul by Jaylen Brown. No relation to the Jaylen Brown of the Celtics. But I think they did I think they did go to the same university, if I'm not mistaken. Ball and play with the Mystics. I'll fact check that at the next break. Melbourne over to Austin. Austin jab step on JC Sheldon. She misses. Rebound to the Sun. They're on the run here. Mabrey over to JC. JC pulls up for three, and Sheldon knocks down the transition three right in front the Washington bench. 43-62. Over to Melbourne. Comes off the curl. Melbourne steps back over to Sutton, left-hand side. Finds the cutting Austin out to Jade Melbourne. Can she hit another one? No, too strong. Dolson gets the offensive rebound. Out to Sutton. They get a reset of the shot clock. Sutton with the ball. Sutton in and out dribble. Goes to the left, drops it off to Austin. She loses the ball. It's a turnover there. They have numbers if they want it. Mabrey, right side of the floor. Mabrey over to JC. Jason, three from the other side. Oh, she misses. Morrow with the offensive rebound, but they call an offensive foul. So we have some subs. The rookie, Aaliyah Edwards, Kiki, and Sonia coming back in. I'm fact checking myself right now on Jaylen Brown. She went to Cal. And yeah, both of them went to Cal. Look at me. I know my stuff. So you have two Jaylen Browns. Jaylen spelled differently for both. And they both went to the same university. Ball in play with the Mystics. Brittany Sykes, Sonia Citron, Kiki, Engsler, and Edwards. Sykes with the ball in and out dribble on Mabrey. Bounces off Mabrey and draws another foul. So Sykes going back to the line where she's been living all evening. She's 8 for 9 from the line tonight. First free throw is up and good. And she knocks down the second. So back to a 21-point lead here. Back to a 21-point lead. And Tina Charles gets a pull-up jumper and she knocks it down. It's 64-45, 3.5 to go here in this third quarter. Sykes with the ball. Sykes attacks the basket left. And they got a jump ball between Sheldon and Sykes there. And they both fall on top of each other. JC Sheldon holding on to the ball for dear life. Nobody wants to let go of it. I like it. I like JC's tenacity on the defensive end. JC not backing down from anybody. Sheldon and Sykes going back and forth here. And Sykes wins the tip. Gets it to Sonia. Now, Brittany Sykes left open for three and she knocks it down. I bet she has something to say after that. Tina Charles trying to go downhill. Bumps off. Kiki shoots the fall away. And Engsler with the rebound. 3 minutes to go here. Mystics on the run. Engsler with the ball. Guarded by Morrow. Gets it over to Kiki. Oh, wide open. Sonia Citron on the cut. And it's an easy layup. This is getting out of hand, people. Out of hand. Marcus said, I need maybe to get one more point. She's fine. Is she on the floor right now? I can't even see. And it's a foul there. Mabrey's finally getting the rest. She's played a lot of minutes in this blowout. Miscommunication on the Sun on that last play. Sonia Citron wide open under the basket, and she gets an easy layup. Sonia Citron up to 11 points. Ball in play. Jaylen Brown, corner three. Aaliyah Edwards with the rebound. Citron got no 16 points. They got the wrong stats up there. They got the wrong stats. They said Sonia got 16. Unless they show you in the future, Sonia misses the three. Ball gets tipped and finds its way to Sheldon. Sheldon with the ball. Tries to go downhill. Over to Hartley. Hartley pump fakes. Back out to Sheldon. Sheldon top of the key three. And JC knocks down the three. 69-48. 2 minutes to go. Sonia Citron with the ball. Guarded tightly by Hartley. And they slow it down, get into their offense. Sonia comes off the screen, gets it up to Sykes. Sykes, another three from the same spot. Same result. Brittany Sykes. Back-to-back threes for her. 72-48. Sykes up to 22. So she's seen the ball go in a bunch from the free throw line. Tina Charles goes cross-court to JC Sheldon for another three. And JC says, I could do that too. JC says, I could do that too. She comes in and gets a quick 9. JC Sheldon, salute. She's up to 11 points here on 4 of 5 shooting. Sykes with the ball. Sykes draws the foul on Hartley. So Brittany Sykes drawing foul after foul here. So Sykes at the line. The Mystics are in the bonus. Sykes up to 22 points. Salute Monkey Game for the super chat. Great play by play. Appreciate that, my friend. Salute. Thank you for the super chat. And Sykes knocks down the second free throw. So she hits both. And it's a 74-51 game here. Tina Charles, loses the ball. Aaliyah Edwards picks it up. This game, oh man, it's tough to watch now. Sun, they're trying. It's not clicking for them. The Mystics defense is no slouch though. I got to give them credit. Brittany Sykes with the ball. Goes behind the back on Sheldon. Oh, no look to Aaliyah Edwards, and she lays it in. Brittany Sykes, what a play by Brittany Sykes. Goes behind the back into the paint. Does a no-look pass to Aaliyah Edwards, who lays it in. Bria Hartley with the ball. Crossover on Sonia. They send a trap at her. Almost turns it over. Hartley gets it to Diaby. Back to Hartley. Hartley down the lane. Throws up the layup and scores. Bria Hartley with the layup. 24 seconds to go. About a half-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Brittany Sykes slows it down. She wants this last shot. She's had a nice quarter so far. Sykes with the ball. 10 seconds. 9. 8. She gets the screen from Edwards. Has Diaby on her. Crossover right to left into the paint. Left hand floater and draws another foul. Jeez. So there's 2 seconds left. I'm going to run my clock down to 2 seconds. It's 2.3 to be exact. Rashid Mezion getting frustrated with the amount of foul calls we see here. JC Sheldon having a word with the referees. Sykes up to 24 points. Going for 25 and 26 here. She knocks down the first. Second one is up, and she knocks down both. So she's up to 26 points here. Ball to be inbounded. They get it into Bria Hartley. 2 seconds. 1 second. From half court, she chucks it. Oh, off the back of the rim. It almost goes in. But at the end of the third quarter, 78-53. Fourth quarter on the way. Let's get ready for the fourth quarter. Let me get everything reset, and then we'll take a look at the box score. Salute to everybody hanging around on this Sunday afternoon. I know I say it a lot, but appreciate you guys hanging around here. Oh, wow. I have not even been recording the game. Look at me. Oh, well. I'll have to record it after I get off stream. Let's take a look at the box score. I'll just record the fourth quarter. Let's do that. All right. 62-40. This ain't right. Let me refresh this. 78-53. That's right. 28-17. The Mystics outscored the Sun in this quarter. They had 28 in the first as well. So they equals the most points they've scored in a quarter in this game. Looking at the box score, we got Tina Charles with 13 and 9 rebounds, one away from a double-double for Tina. Excuse me, Bria Hartley with 6, 13 for Mabrey on 6 assists and 5 rebounds. She does have 4 fouls. Sanaya Rivers with 2. Their bench, you have J.C. Sheldon in 14 minutes has 11 points on 3 of 4 from 3. If we take a look at the Mystics, though, Kiki Iriafen with 10 points. She's been on 10 for a while now. 10 points, 3 rebounds. Steph Dolson hasn't scored. 26 for Brittany Sykes. She's been to the line. She's taken 15 free throws, made 14 of her 15. Has hit 2 threes as well. 2 for Shug Sutton. 11 for Sonia Citron with 4 assists. Engstler with 2. Austin with 8. 9 for Edwards. 5 for Lucy Olsen and 5 for Jade Melbourne. So real balanced scoring here for the Washington Mystics. They're still shooting over 50% from the field, 56.5% from the field. 3-point percentage has improved, but it's still terrible. 4 for 15 from 3. And then they've missed 6 free throws, 22 for 28 from the line. 29 rebounds compared to 19 rebounds for the Sun. They have 12 turnovers, the Mystics do. The Sun have 14. Let's take a look at this other game right quick. Between the Lynx and the Wings. Wings hanging around. I can't lie. The Wings are hanging around. It's a 9-point game with a minute and a half left in the second. Ball back in play with this game though. So we gotta. I'll take a look at that at the next break. But the Wings are hanging around. That game is on League Pass if you want to check that out. Mabrey over to Charles. Charles spin move, left hand hook over Edwards and short rebound to Edwards. Melbourne over to Edwards. So it's Melbourne, Edwards, Sutton, Iriafen, and who's the last player? They're in the corner, can't even see him. And Sonia Citron. Kiki attacks Diaby, goes under Diaby and scores. So Kiki Iriafen, after a quiet second and third, she's up to 12 here on 6 of 7. Tina Charles in the post against Kiki. They send a late trap, gets it out to Hartley. Hartley back to Tina. Tina, one leg fall away. That's a patented shot by Tina Charles. You cannot guard that. 80-55. Kiki over to Sonia. Sonia comes off the screen going to her left. Citron floater off glass. Kiki with the rebound. Rebound, throws it up and misses. Mabrey with the rebound. Outlet to JC. JC with Melbourne in front of her. Attacks and JC Sheldon having a game. Up to 13 for JC. On 5 of 6 shooting. It's 80-57. Sutton with the ball over to Kiki at the 3-point line. Kiki looking to get it to somebody. Kiki attacks left. Picks up her dribble. Gets it to Jade Melbourne. She scoops it up and misses. And they call a foul. I don't know who the foul is on. Who's the foul on? Let's see. Go look at this. They call a foul on Mabrey. That's 5 fouls on Mabrey. So Melbourne first free throw is off and misses. Second free throw for Jade Melbourne out of Australia, and she misses both. Mabrey might say ball don't lie, but the ball finds its way back to the Mystics. Melbourne for three, and she misses terribly. And Mabrey with the rebound. Mabrey over to Hartley. Hartley. Oh, nobody comes out there. She steps back. Three, bounces around. Area Fenn with the rebound. They needed that one. Sutton drops it off to Melbourne. Melbourne over to Area Fenn. Top of the key. Area Fenn over to Sutton. Sutton gets the screen from Area Fenn. Left hand side. Sutton travels. I seen that, and they do call the travel. Ball in play here with Marina Mabrey and the Sun. Mabrey with the ball. Has he moved? Gets into the paint. Under the basket. Throws up the layup and scores. I forgot who's. Oh, Marcus Mabrey gets the basket. So you said you needed her for one more point. The Mystics call a timeout here. Mystics call a timeout. So we have a break in play right now. Mystics 80, Sun 59 here. 7:31 to go in the fourth quarter. Let's take another quick look at the box score. Not much has changed. But let's take a quick look. So the Sun are outscoring the Mystics 6-2 in the quarter. Mabrey with 15 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. You got 15 for Tina Charles. JC Sheldon next in line with 13 off the bench. For the Mystics, you have 12 from Area Fenn, 26 from Sykes, 11 from Citron, and nobody else has really done much since. Let's go to the other game that I wanted to take a look at. 44-37. Wings really hanging around. I don't know if they'll last, but they're hanging around right now. Need 16 more points in 7 minutes. What do you have on this one? Did I miss it? What are you looking for? 16 points in 7 minutes. Are you looking for the total score um or what? Um over 155. Got you. Looking at this not Mystics, Minnesota Lynx Dallas Wings game. 40 seconds to go in the second. We have Nafisa doing Nafisa things, up to 14 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. You have Kayla McBride shooting the lights out, 16 points, 5 of 7 from 3. Courtney Williams with 5 points and 6 assists. They're shooting 50% from 3. The Lynx are just a well-oiled machine. Dallas Wings, you have Hines Allen with 4. You got 20 from Arike. She decided to wake up today and actually put the ball in the basket. She's up to 20 points on an efficient 6 of 13. 6 of 9 from 3. All her shots made have been threes and 2 free throws. Guys of Soder with 2. None for Kyla Charles in the start. 4 for Dejanay Carrington. Nalissa Smith, 3. 2 for Maddie Segrist. 4 for Quinterly. I want to look up across the timeline. Take a quick look at some player transactions before we have our next break. Salute to everybody hanging around. Make sure you leave a like on the stream. Let's take a look at this right quick. A lot of changes have been happening due to Eurobasket. You have Cecilia Zandalicini, who got her contract suspended by the Valkyries because she's going overseas to play for the Italian national team for Eurobasket. Letitia Amahir is back as well after being picked up by the Golden State Valkyries. I know there was a lot of discourse about her not getting signed. And Kiara Linskins plays with Team Belgium. They waive her. She's going to play in Eurobasket. Let's go back to the game. I'll get back to that at the next break. Shakira Austin just got fouled. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws. What's up, Dennis? Dennis said this is closer than I thought it would be. Yeah, no, I'm keeping an eye on that game. 46-39 at halftime. 46-39 at the half. Shakira Austin misses the first free throw. Let me run my clock down a bit. It's 7:12 to go in this game. Sonia and Jade go to the bench. And Shakira Austin at the line. Austin, for the second free throw, she cashes in. 81-59. And the Sun almost lose the ball, but they'll retain possession on the inbound. Ball inbound to the Sun and Bria Hartley. Shavon says Citron needs one more rebound. She should get back in eventually. They call an offensive foul on Bria Hartley for the push off. So lineup on the floor currently is Sykes, Sutton, Austin, Edwards, and Olsen. Ball in play with the Mystics. For the Sun, it's Peters, Charles, Mabrey, Rivers, and Sheldon. Ball over to Lucy Olsen. Kiki's not on the court right now. True waiver. Ball over to Shakira Austin, who hop steps and scores. 83-59. Shakira Austin up to 11 points. Over to Mabrey. Mabrey back to Sanaya Rivers. Back to Mabrey. Mabrey reverse pivots. Gets off the screen from Tina Charles. Step back. Too strong. Sutton with the rebound. Yeah, Kiki should get back in. I think Kiki will get back in. Sykes with the ball. Sykes, snatchback dribble. Keeping her dribble alive here. 8 on the shot clock. Right to left crossover. Attacks and scores right on Mabrey. Mabrey with 5 fouls. Did not want to foul there. 85-59. All right, Shavon. I saw Citron needs one more rebound. Please don't spam in the chat. Appreciate that. Over to Mabrey. Mabrey over to Sanaya Rivers for 3. Too strong. Lucy Olsen with the rebound. And Sykes slows it down again. Sykes with the ball gets the screen from Austin. Oh, no look to Austin. Austin saves it. Austin in the post against Sanaya Rivers goes across the paint and scores. And fouled. Oh, that was 6 fouls on Mabrey. Mabrey has fouled out of this game. I don't know. Mabrey was just standing there. They got the Sun coach is gonna challenge that. Mabrey was literally just standing there, and as Citron goes across the paint, she goes into Mabrey, and they called a foul. I don't know. That's a shaky one. Is Citron gonna come back in? I don't know. It's looking on. It's looking. I don't know right now. It's looking a little shaky right now. If she will. We have another timeout here. As the Sun called the timeout. Back to what I wanted to show you guys here. So, I already talked about the Golden State transactions that took place. Dallas suspended the contract of Tierra McCowan. McCowan plays for the Turkish national team. TL, he probably has Citron parlay for rebounds or something. That's what she has now. Citron has 3 rebounds. He probably has her for 4 rebounds on a parlay. Back to this. Mariam Badian gets waived by the Minnesota Lynx. She's probably going back to France to play for Eurobasket as well. Minnesota Lynx, as I mentioned, signed Maria Klundikova. She was a part of the LA Sparks training camp roster. Sevgi Uzun, she got waived probably last week or so. She's Turkish. She went to go play with the Turkish national team. Robin Parks, I think, plays for Team Greece. So she got waived and she's going over to play with Team Greece. Who else? My bad. Didn't mean to shrink that. Um, those are the main transactions that really happened recently. We all know about Haley Jones signing to the Phoenix Mercury and Ari McDonald signing a hardship contract with the Fever. They're gonna have to make some decisions when Caitlin and Sophie Cunningham come back from injury. Jaylen Brown signed with the Connecticut Sun. We spoke about her today. So those are all the transactions that have happened. This website's called Across the Timeline. If you do want to look at players, player movement and players that have been signed, waived, all of those different aspects of player transactions, across the timeline.com. All right. So we're about 5.5 from this game being over. About 5.5. That's why is Siri talking. All right, the broadcast is restarting. Unsuccessful challenge by the Connecticut Sun. All right, Shakira Austin for the 3-point play, and she knocks it down. So Mabrey has fouled out. If you needed Mabrey for any more stats, she has fouled out. She finishes her night with 15 points. It's 88-59. Peters over to Sanaya Rivers. Sanaya Rivers up top to Tina Charles. Pump fakes for 3. Pulls up for a long 2, and she knocks it down. Tina Charles, mid-range assassin. 17 points for the legend Tina Charles. 88-61. Aaliyah Edwards with the ball over to Sykes. Sykes with the ball. I'm surprised Sykes is still in, though. Sykes with the ball. Finds a cutting Citron. Threw a bullet pass there. Almost broke Haley Peters' hand on the defensive end. Brown over to JC Sheldon. Back to Brown. Brown pulls up for a 3. And Jaylen Brown knocks down the 3. 88-64. Dennis said Fever could have released Bonner. They're not going to release Bonner, Dennis. The only players that are up for release. Oh, what a play by the Mystics. Olsen finds Edwards in the dunker spot. She gets the easy lay. The only players up for releasing for the Fever are Michaela Timpson and Brianna Turner. And Tina Charles gets fouled on that play. It looks like we're gonna have some substitutions here. So whoever was asking for Sonia Citron, let's see if she comes back in. I don't think so though. It looked like Sika Kone getting some minutes. Yeah, I don't think Kiki Iriafen is coming back in or Sonia Citron. So Sykes and Austin come out. So the benches have now officially cleared here for the Washington Mystics. Sanaya Rivers with the ball. 8 on the clock. Finds a cutting Jaylen Brown. Attacks and Sika Kone gets called for a blocking foul in her first 10 seconds in the game. So Brown will go to the line for free throws. It's 90-64 right now. And the Mystics are going to challenge this play. So we have another break in play with 3:50 to go. A challenge by the coach of the Mystics, Sydney Johnson. So they're just prolonging the inevitable. I guess he's showing he has some trust and faith in his players. But for those who were interested in that box score, I'll just put it up while we wait. Let me refresh this. 90-64. So I know people were looking for Citron one more rebound or Kiki more stats. Nope. Kiki finishes her night with 12 points and 5 rebounds. Sonia Citron finishes her night with 11 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And I think that's all that I saw people in the chat looking for. I know Monkey Gamer is looking 3 points to go for his over 155. I think that's what he had, 155. 6 and 9 is 15 and 4. That's 154. So you just need a point, 2 points, I should say, and you should be good to go. One now. Did they? That Minnesota Dallas game is still at halftime. It's a 46-39 lead. All right, so this game is pretty much over at this point. Those who bet Washington the spread in Washington's favor, that should be a win for you. If you bet the over, it should go in your favor. There's no way they don't. Well, the initial over I think was 155 at oh no, the original open, what it closed at, I should say, is 164.5. You Brianna Turner, I got you right now. She's been around a bit. Brianna Turner, or is it Fever? Bree Turner is Brianna Turner is 28. Oh, so she's not even 30 yet. She was a 11th pick in the 2019 draft out of Notre Dame. I knew she went to Notre Dame. I couldn't remember what pick she was. So they're still reviewing this. So you're not missing anything, people. Yeah, Kiki's done, Mr. Gerald. Kiki is done unless a couple of their players on the bench tear something and they have to put players back in. But Sonia, Kiki got her leg. Kiki looking like this. Let me move back a little bit. Kiki on the bench like this, leg up. Literally. She got a hand on her knee, leg up, just her and Sonia and Shakira just chatting. She biting her nails. It's over. She got her legs crossed and everything. Sonia Citron, 10 straight games with 10 or more points. The big wings. Do, 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 do. It's a successful challenge. A successful challenge. Do, do, do. So they get possession of the ball. Champ, Kiki's night is done. Kiki sitting back, relaxing. Aaliyah Edwards with the ball. She gets downhill, and Aaliyah Edwards scores. Yeah, she definitely not getting in now. 92-64. Washington might touch 100 points. Aaliyah Edwards, I think a season high 13 points for her. J.C. Sheldon with the ball over to Jaylen Brown. And we have a foul down low on Kone on Diaby. So Washington has 52 points in the paint. Oh, way off by what's her name? J.C. Sheldon from 3. She hit the bottom of the backboard. Lucy Olsen with the ball. Lucy Olsen over to Edwards, top of the key. Oh, gets it to Sutton. Sutton, corner 3. Oh, they just pouring it on right now, people. Anybody who needs any starter to get back in the game, it's over. This is the benches game. 95-64. Anissa Morrow with the ball. Handoff to Sanaya Rivers. Sanaya in the paint against Lucy Olsen. Turnaround jump shot. Misses. Engstler with the rebound. Lucy Olsen with the ball. Olsen goes cross court over to Sutton. Sutton goes for another three. And she buries it again. And it's 98-64. This is... They just pouring it on. This is a beatdown. Sheldon over to Jaylen Brown. Gets to the mid-range. Hangs. Oh, it goes halfway down and out. Kone with the rebound. Over to Sutton. Does she go for the third? She throws it down to Engstler, though. Engstler in the paint. Goes against Brown. Reverse pivot. Jump shot is up. Misses. Brown with the rebound. Brown escapes the trap over to Sanaya. Over to Morrow. Morrow pump fakes from three. Throws it to Diaby. Diaby spins. Goes and they call a travel. I seen that coming. He says Cortesy does a classic double dribble NES game glitch. Ball in play here with the Mystics. They're 2 away from 100 here. Over to Edwards. Edwards handoff to Olsen. Olsen up top to Sutton. Over to Kone at the elbow. Pump handoff to Olsen. Olsen with the ball. Olsen down to Kone and a fight between Sanaya and Kone. Sanaya just waves it off like they call him foul for everything. So if you had the oh, my bad. I'm over here chatting. Ball back in play with Kone. Over to Olsen. Olsen drops it over to Edwards. Edwards pulls up for a three. She misses. Kone offensive rebound. She tries to put it back in midair, gets her own rebound, goes back up, and the Mystics touch 100 points. This might be the first time they season. Oh, it is. The commentator confirmed it. Mystics touch 100 points for the first time this season. 100-64. Morrow with the ball. Jab step, mid-range, off, rebound to Engstler. Edwards in the post, gets the ball deflected from behind. Fight for the rebound, but Lucy Olsen picks up the loose ball. Sutton down to Edwards in the post against Morrow. Keep saying her name wrong. Morrow. Engstler pump fake, gets into the paint, drops it off to Sutton, and Sutton scores at the buzzer there. 102-64. The 56 points in the paint for the Mystics. I think they average around 30, 34. J.C. Sheldon comes off the screen. Mid-range jump shot is good. Bucket counts, but they call a loose ball foul on Emily Engstler. So Diaby, who was fouled on that off-ball play, she goes for the free throw and she knocks it down. It shouldn't be 2 free throws. It should be possession with Mystics. She hits the free throw. Everybody looked confused there. 102-67, 36 seconds to go. This game has been over for a while now, but this game's over. First 100-point game since 2023 versus Atlanta for the Mystics. Kone with the ball at the 3-point line. Finds, oh, she had her, doesn't get it to her. Somebody, where did that shoe even come from? Oh, Jaylen Brown's shoe came off. I just seen a shoe flying from the ceiling. I don't know where it came from. So she just tossed it to the Connecticut bench. But it's 19 seconds to go here. Aaliyah Edwards gets fouled, looking to add to her season high. Let me see, Aaliyah Edwards. And she misses the first. This is by far her season high. She's played in 3, 4, 5 games. This is her 6th game this season. The highest she's had so far is 6 points. get an extended run with this blowout, and she misses both free throws. They call a foul, and it's a the offensive foul there on the rebound by Sika Kone. Please don't challenge us. Just let this clock run out, bro. 102-67. I don't know what's going on here. Everybody confused in the arena. Oh, the foul was on Connecticut. They called a delay a game on the Mystics. I don't know. They just delaying this game. People trying to enjoy the rest of their Sunday here. It's a blowout. Kone hits the first free throw. They just adding to their total here. It's 103-67 with 19 seconds to go. They're really just prolonging the inevitable here. Second free throw is up, and Kone knocks down both. So let me look at the box score for this game. 15 seconds to go. And this game is pretty much done. Jaylen Brown with the ball. Find it to Diaby. Please don't foul. And Enxler with the steal. And this should do it. So at the end of this one, people, the Washington Mystics with an absolute blowout end the game on a 16-2 run. The Sun moved to 2-7, 1-2 in Commissioner's Cup. The Mystics moved to 4-6, 1-2 in Commissioner's Cup play. I just updated that on my scoreboard here. Let's take a quick look at the box score for the end of this game. So looking at the quarters, we have Washington outscoring Connecticut 28-21, outscoring them 22-15 in the second, outscoring them 28-17 in the third, and outscoring them 26-14 in the fourth. They scored over 20 points in all 4 quarters. For the Sun, Peters with 0. Liz, salute. Thanks for boring game in all, but thanks for hanging around. I'll see you tomorrow. 17 for Charles with 9 rebounds, 1 away from the double-double. Bria Hartley with 6. 15 for Mabrey. She fouled out. 15 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. Yes, Sanaya Rivers with 2. The only bright spot off the bench was really J.C. Sheldon with 15 points. Take a look at the Washington Mystics. You have Kiki Iriafen with 12 points. You had none for Steph Dolson, 28 for Brittany Sykes. You had 10 for Shug Sutton and 11 for Sonia Citron. Salute, JP. For the bench, you have Emily Enxler with 2, 14 for Austin, 13 for Edwards, 4 for Kone, 5 for Lucy Olsen, and 5 for Jade Melbourne. All right, so that is that game. That is the game. Let's take a quick look at the Minnesota game before I head off stream. Score is 49-39. I think that's correct. Let me just refresh to make sure. 49-39, 10-point game. Got 15 for both Nafisa and 15 for Nafisa, 16 for K-Mac. And for the wings, you have 20 for Arike Gumbawale. Nobody else got more than 4 points. And that's that. All right, y'all. The other game is on League Pass. This other game is on League Pass. Thank you guys for hanging out for the stream. I'm going to go watch some of that game and get some food to eat. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. I'll be back tomorrow for the Valkyries game. That game's at 10 p.m. Eastern. I know it's late for us East Coast folks, but I'll be on. But it's Valkyries versus Sparks again. They've played already, I think, twice. And the Valkyries won 1. Both teams won on each other's home floor. So this should be a good one. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'll catch y'all in the next one. It's Jay Jordan. Salute.